He used my name, my identity, to scam investors out of millions. When the feds came knocking, I was the one who almost went to jail. But I didn't beg. I didn't break. I built something better, and when the time was right, I bought the company he stole from me. And I fired him in front of every single person he ever lied to. If you've ever been stabbed in the back by someone you trusted like a brother, if you believe karma should come with interest, then hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this isn't just a revenge story. It's a masterclass in payback. My name's Jason, and once upon a time, I thought I had a brother named Liam. We weren't related by blood, but we grew up side by side. From dirt bikes and video games to late-night startup ideas over cheap coffee. We were inseparable. When we turned 24, we finally launched our first tech startup. It was nothing fancy, just an app that helped small businesses manage invoices. But it was ours. We worked on my garage, pulling 16-hour days, surviving on instant noodles and hope. But while I coded, designed, and built, Liam networked, pitched, and charmed. He had that gift. The kind of smile that made investors lean in and say, "Let's talk." And I trusted him. That was my first mistake 0.6 months in. We landed a meeting with a mid-tier VC firm. They loved the prototype. They said we were raw but promising. They offered $2 million in seed funding, pending legal paperwork. I was over the moon. Finally, our break. But things moved fast. Too fast. Liam told me to focus on the product while he handled the paperwork. I didn't even read the contracts. I was exhausted and naive. 2 weeks later, I walked into our shared WeWork space and found my access revoked. My company email? Deleted. Bank account? Locked. The LLC? Filed under Liam's name, and Liam's name only. I called him. No answer. I showed up at his apartment. Gone. It felt like being erased in real time. I later found out that he used my name, my credentials, and my code to secure the funding, then transferred the company under a new legal entity with only his name on it. He left behind a statement to the investors claiming I walked away under pressure due to mental instability. Yeah, he said I wasn't really fit to run a business. I lost everything. And when I tried to fight it legally, I didn't even have a lawyer. Meanwhile, he had $2 million in the bank and a team of sharks. I was publicly humiliated in our local tech scene. Everyone believed his version because he had money, a PR team, connections. I spiraled, moved back in with my dad, started working night shifts at a print shop just to pay off my credit card debt. And for a long time, I wanted to disappear. But one night, I saw a news article about Liam's company getting a series of funding. $8 million. And something in me snapped, not with rage, with resolve. That night, I pulled out my old laptop and opened the original source code I had written for our app, the one I created from scratch. And I began again, not for money, not for success, but for revenge. I rebranded it, upgraded it, made it leaner, faster, cleaner. And I built it as a solo founder this time. No shortcuts, no partners. 6 months later, I launched it under a new name, InvoSync. And this time, I didn't go small. I reached out to every small business Liam had burned through hidden fees and broken features. I offered them my product for free, with proof that I was the original creator. Then came the real strike. I pitched it to the same VC firm Liam scammed. AT first. They laughed. But then I showed them the original code files, time-stamped and registered under my name, long before Liam's filings. I showed them the Git logs, the designs, the emails, and I told them what really happened. They didn't just invest. They backed me with PR and connected me to their portfolio of startups. In under a year, my app grew faster than his. Within 14 months, his user base dropped by 60% because I was offering better service with zero lies. And then opportunity knocked. Liam's company started tanking. Layoffs, investor exits, morale collapse. I got a call from his board. They were looking for a buyer. So I made the offer. They accepted. I walked into his office the next morning as the new CEO. And the look on his face, when he realized the guy he stabbed in the back now owned his company, was pure poetry. that I didn't yell. I didn't gloat. I just handed him a termination letter and said 5 words. You can keep the smile. He stood there, mouth open, red-faced, shaking. Security walked him out, and I stood there in the same building he once kicked me out of as every single employee clapped. You know, sometimes karma doesn't come by itself. Sometimes you have to build it with your bare hands. And when it arrives, it doesn't scream. It knocks, and it smiles. If that story gave you chills, hit that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And don't forget to subscribe, because this was just one of many. More justice is coming.